I recently did a video pointing out some red flags in the Apostle Paul's writings. So, as a show of good faith that I do not reject Paul, I wanted to give a shout out to him and highlight some of the best words in the book of Romans. They were filled with all manner of unrighteousness, evil, covetousness, malice. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, maliceness. They are gossips, slanderers, haters of God, insolent, haughty, boastful, inventors of evil, disobedient to parents, foolish, faithless, heartless, ruthless. Though they know God's righteous decree that those who practice such things deserve to die, they not only do them, but give approval to those who practice them. This is Paul preaching the commandments in the Torah. Or do you presume on the riches of his kindness and forbearance and patience, not knowing that God's kindness is meant to lead you to repentance, but because of your hard heart and impotent heart, you are storing up wrath for yourself on the day of wrath, when God's righteous judgment will be revealed. He will render to each one according to his works. But for those who are self-seeking and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, there will be wrath and fury. Quick detour, what is the truth? Psalm 119, 142. Your law is truth, i.e. the Torah. And what is righteousness? Deuteronomy 6:25. And it will be righteousness for us if we are careful to do all the commandments before the Lord our God as he has commanded us. And back to Romans. For it is not the hearers of the law who are righteous before God, but the doers of the law who will be justified. For circumcision indeed is of value if you obey the law, but if you break the law, your circumcision becomes uncircumcision. Do we then overthrow the law by this faith? By no means. On the contrary, we uphold the law. What shall we say then? Are we to continue in sin that grace may abound? By no means. How can we who died to sin still live in it? Let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body to make you obey its passions. What then? Are we to sin because we are not under law but under grace? By no means. Do you not know that if you present yourselves to anyone as obedient slaves, you are slaves of the one whom you obey, either sin, which leads to death, or of obedience, which leads to righteousness? For just as you once presented your members as slaves to impurity and to lawlessness, leading to more lawlessness, so now present your members as slaves to righteousness, leading to sanctification. Or do you not know, brothers, for I am speaking to those who know the law. What then, shall we say that the law is sin? By no means. I wouldn't know what sin is if it wasn't for the law. The law is holy, and the commandments is holy and righteous and good. For we know that the law is spiritual. For I delight in the law of God in my inner being. For the mind that is set on the flesh is hostile to God, for it does not submit to God's laws. Those who are in the flesh cannot please God.